Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I pray that you're blessed and that everyone around you is blessed as well. I'm Tina from Tina Wonderfully Made. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit subscribe so you can join the Wonderfully Made family where we talk faith, family, and fiction here. If you're returning, welcome back.
Welcome to Tina Wonderfully Made.
So, I decided it would be a good idea to browse through my bookshelves and pick out some summer book recs. I know summer has already started. You probably already have dove headfirst into your summer reads, but just in case you need some more recs, I got you. And you probably already read these. There might be some that you haven't read, like I have not. Now, let me know in the comments if you have started your summer TBR, if there's any books that you are keeping an eye on that you want to read before the summer ends. Because, yeah, I have some books that I need to read. And homegirl over here, she's ready for summer. She's been ready. She's excited. And she's probably going to help me pick my next reads next month. I don't know. But homegirl's ready. So what I thought was, let me just go look, see what I have. And I have these. So I decided, okay, I don't want to read all the synopsis to see, okay, is it summer? Is it taking place in the summer? Does it have summer tropes in it? And I was just like, no, I'm going to look at the covers. And if the cover is giving me summer vibes, it has to be summery. But first, I'm going to talk to you about what I'm reading right now. Because the July TBR so far is hitting. It's hitting, yeah. So the first one that I'm talking about, that I'm going to talk about, I'm listening to it via audio, and it's What the Fireflies Knew by Kaya, or I think it's Kaya, or K Harris. I don't know. It's probably K. Now this one, I picked it because it's talking about these sisters that live in Michigan, in an area where I used to live growing up. And I wanted first to see if there was anything that they talk about in this book that I know of. And of course there was. Like the first chapter, I believe she's talking about passing this children's like science center that I used to go to when I was younger, which was kind of cool. Now, the story is sad. Like, it's not like boohoo cry, but like if you've gone through something like this, you understand. Like, and it's so heartbreaking because kids go through this all the time. Now, backstory about myself. I know this is not a story time, Tina, but you know, we're going to talk about it. I was raised by my grandparents, and my biological parents were young teenagers and just didn't know how to care for me. So I was raised by my grandparents, and KB and I think it's Naya. Yeah, I think it's Naya, her older sister. Live in Detroit. Their dad passed away. And mom was like, okay, we're going to go visit your granddad in Lansing. I'm from Lansing, was raised there, don't live there anymore, but I do live in Michigan. Anyways, when I get there, granddad's just old. Like, he wants to just live his life, but he's too busy having to pick up the slack from his daughter. And he's just kind of grumpy. Like, I feel like he is feeling like, what am I supposed to do with these two girls? Mom leaves. KB, also known as Kenyatta, she's trying to figure out, where did mom go? Like, wasn't she supposed to come back and get us? She is trying to figure it out. Granddad's like saying, oh, she'll be back. She just went to work. And then he's also saying she went to go get some help. Now, KB tries to find the joy in everything. Like, she's trying to make friends. She's trying to fit in. She's trying to like be just one happy kid. Naya, I think, is old enough to know, like, mom ain't coming back. Why are you happy? Like, and she's just angry, which I feel both, because I was always wishing for that. Like, my parents would come. They never got married. They went separate ways after I was born. Anyways, but then I also try to find the joy in everything. Like, And I grew up fine, okay? we think, I don't know. But right now, like, I'm probably a little bit past the halfway mark. This only has 270 pages, so it's an easy read and easy listen to. It's just like, if you're reading it and you've never like had to go through something like that, it's kind of hard to relate to the characters. But there has to be a character in here you're like, oh, okay, like I get you. But this one definitely hit home a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it yet, because I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Now, the next one. I just started this one probably the day before yesterday, but there is this other book that I'm reading. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know what I'm talking about. But this one I started the day before yesterday and did not get far. Like, it's not bad. Like, it's not a bad one. It's just I'm focused on another book because it's got me. But it's The Intruder by Frida McFadden. So it's talking about this woman. She's at this cabin. Her house is like falling apart. The landlord's like trying to hit on her, and she's like, hey, I don't need you. Fix my roof. How about that? Like, I'm living here. And he goes, yeah, I'll get to it next week. However, what you gonna do about the storm that's coming through? And she's like, exactly. Like, fix my roof. And he's like, how am I supposed to fix it if a storm's coming? She was like, figure it out. Like, figure it out. He's like, I'll be back next week, I promise. But hey, you want to go on a date, or do you want to go hang out with me in my place to get out of the storm? She says, absolutely not. I will stick here. I don't even care if the roof falls on me. Like, and then the neighbor that lives kind of far away comes through the woods, knocks on her door, and is like, hey, there's a storm coming. Are you good? She's like, yeah, I have all the candles I need. I got stuff. I got supplies. I'm not helpless. Like, I'm good. Yeah, but your roof looks bad. I know. The landlord is trash and doesn't want to fix it until next week, but I'll be good. He goes, okay, how about you just come to my place? Okay, first of all, why are these guys hitting on her like that? Like, it's giving creepy, but he sounds more legit than the landlord. Anyways, it's still kind of weird though. Like, you're walking through the woods to get to her place, and she says it's happened a few times, but she still doesn't have like this creepy vibe. Like, she does but doesn't. Like, she says, I'd rather take him over the landlord. Anyways, he goes home. She's getting ready for bed. She's about to close the curtain and sees his face in the window. That's when I would have packed up and dipped out. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're not going to stay in a place where there was just a face and she's trying to, like, oh, maybe it was a deer. No. And then she ends up seeing like a bodily figure by her shed, and she still decides to stay. No, ma'am, no ham, no turkey. No, we're not staying here. Pack it up, let's go. Like, So I'm not even that far. I'm probably like 15%, but you can't go wrong with Frida McFadden. Like, you can't go wrong with her. Now, the book that has got me in a chokehold. And like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, you will know I've been posting about this book. This book made me think of you by Libby Page. I don't know if it's because I'm married and my husband is like my best friend, my soulmate, my everything. Like, if he were to pass away, I don't know what I would do. Like, I don't know. So the character Tilly, she marries this guy. They're not even married that long. He passes away, but 6 months later, she gets a call from this bookshop owner, Alfie, and he's like, hey, you got a package here from your husband. She's like, you got me twisted. No, he passed away. Like, it's a mistake. Like, no. He's like, no, I understand, but you do have a package here from him. So she was like, okay, like, let me go check to see. She picks it up. Homeboy, before he passed, made sure that he wrote letters for each month of the year, just for 1 year, and books that go with those letters to help her move on. waterworks. Like each letter I have cried. I am also tabbing this because I want to go back and just read some of the things that are said in that book. I was telling my husband, I was like, okay, when you look at this book, what do you think it's about? And so he was like, he read the title and he goes, it's probably about like this couple and they're reading books and they just think about each other and stuff like that. No. So I told him about it and he was like, you know what? I think I would do something like that for you. If I knew that I was gonna be gone soon, like I would make sure that there was something for you to help you move on. Don't say that. Don't say that. Like, I don't even think about it. Just change the subject. Pretend like I didn't even ask you about this book, okay? Now, it has torn me apart. It's already given 5-star vibes. And I've listened to a few TikTokers or book talkers talk about the book. There was one girl that said, I don't remember her name, but she was like, it was boring. Where? Have you not like had a soulmate that I don't even want to judge, but I have not been bored. Like, I don't even want to put the book down. Like right now I'm thinking about jumping back into it, forget this video and just start reading. It's been so good. So if you have not read it, I highly recommend you picking it up. So good. Now, the books that you should read for the summer or have given summer vibes or feel like they're going to be summer vibes, we're going to jump into those. I'm going to help you find your next summer read. Hopefully. Now, let's start with the ones that I have read. Oh, there's one right there. Let's see. So I have read these already. Now, this one is Love in Tandem by Becca Kinzer. This one I picked off the shelf because of the camping, the biking. It's really cute. It's a quick read. Like the chapters are short. So it's about this couple. Well, not even a couple. They end up meeting and doing this tandem bike ride. They end up falling for each other. It's really cute. Really cute. It's a clean read if you're looking for a no spice read. This one's really cute. You can't go wrong with Abby Jimenez. Tabbed the heck out of this when I read it I think it was last year. Summer vibes. Like, it's given summer. Just for the summer is the title. So I'm sure everyone and their mother and their book best friend has read this, so highly recommend. This one is given summer. It's giving garden. This is about, so it's called Kiss Me Mi Amor by, I always forget the name, Alana Quintana Albertson. It's the Love and Tacos series. The first book I believe is called, what is it? Ramon and Julieta, I think that's the one. But this one's talking about two rival families. So one is like a really wealthy family that owns these restaurants, I believe. And then the other family is the farmers that provide like the produce and stuff for these restaurants. The children end up, you know, hooking up, and it's just really cute. It's a really cute story. Just, I don't know. And then you can't go wrong with Carly Fortune. This is Every Summer After. I read this last year. I read One Golden Summer this year. I think I like this one more. However, if you're looking for like a no spice, closed door romance, these won't be it. And I feel like that's why I'm moving away from these books, because even though I liked the storyline, there was some spice in there, and I'm just like, ugh. Especially the One Golden Summer. I liked the storyline, but it was like a lot of spice, especially towards the end. So if you want some spice and a cute summer, you know, cabin, beach vibe off the shore, like, Carly Fortune's where it's at. It's not given summer, but you know, it's the cover is just summery. It's Remarkably Bright Creatures. Now, I listened to this one via audio last year, and now I'm kicking myself because why didn't I pay attention? I think I gave this 3-star when I first read it, because I was like, what is this talking about? when the movie came out, I was like, okay, Anna's my daughter. Sit down and watch this movie with me. It's about this book that I read last year. We'll see what it's about. She was mad at me because, first of all, we were boo-hooing. If you have not watched the movie, I think it's on Netflix. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Now, they say in the book is better, which usually it is. That movie had us bawling. And she was mad at me because she was like, I didn't sit here to start crying. Mom, why did you do this to me? Anyways, such a good one. Now, Kristen Hannah. You know, I had to pull some for my girl, Kristen Hannah. This one is Home Again. I have not read this one. And it's talking about this cardiologist and her daughter's just like angry. And then she ends up finding out that her dad is like a famous movie star, but he has some like medical issues. And I'm guessing they, like the mom realizes, okay, let me go help him out. I'm guessing that according to the synopsis, and it says, I'm gonna read the last part. When tragedy brings them all together and Angel's damaged heart needs healing, Madeline must face the betrayals of the past and find the courage to love again. So I don't know if it's like a second chance romance. That's what it sounds like. But the cover is absolutely beautiful. This one is on my July TBR and it's called Summer Island. This is a different cover than the one that I have like ready for me to pick up to read soon. I don't know what it is about Kristen Hannah covers, but if it's a different cover, I want it, even though I have multiple. So this one's just pretty though. I don't know if you can see that. Stunning. So this one's talking about this mother. She leaves her daughter when she walks out of the marriage. She was like, you're gonna stay here with your daddy. The daughter ends up growing up to be a comedian, and all her stand-up is based on her mother, like poking at her mother like she's trash probably. The mom ends up being a radio talk show host, or like a celebrity radio talk show host, and then a newspaper columnist. Now, where did I see it? Ruby gets her big break. She's offered a fortune to write an unflattering tell-all article about her mother. Scandalous. They meet up at this like summer home and they're trying to hash things out. It sounds really good and I can't wait to get into it. And then I did read Firefly Lane last year. Loved it. It was not my favorite Kristen Hannah. However, I did not give it no less than 4. I think it's like a 4.5 maybe. I don't know. But the friendship was beautiful. It talks about like the hardships of a friendship, like different personalities, the struggles, the things that, you know, each other goes through and how we react to it. And then I watched the series on Netflix. It was all right. I prefer the book more. But just the cover with the fireflies, it's given summer. And then I have a few more. These are the ones that I have not read yet as well. I mean, I didn't read 2 of those Kristen Hannah books, but The Secret Life of Bees. I watched the movie years ago and loved it. Just the bees, the names of the characters, like it's summary, but it's tragic. It's sad. So, and try at your own risk. This one, The Other Guest by Helen Cooper. So this one's talking about this family in northern Italy. One of the nieces mysteriously drowns. And it's just like a whole family issue. Like they're trying to like pretend like it was just an accident. And then there's this other story in here. It's talking about this girl. She meets up with this bartender and he invites her in her home, or she invites him in her home, and then realizes that something's a little shady and off with him. It sounds pretty good. I just picked it up because of the water. Like, it's given summer. Sounds tragic though. Let's do this one. Every Last Secret by A.R. Torrey. I did read The Good Lie by this author and loved that book. So I need to get into this one. And I picked it up because of the people in the water, but it's a thriller, so we don't know what it's about. Who knows? And I'm not going to read it. It just says, all she wants is the good life. Right now, it belongs to someone else, but not for long. And then this one right here is called Mary Jane. It's taking place in the 70s in Baltimore, and it says a 14-year-old, she was like, I want a summer job. She ends up, snagging one to be a babysitter or a live-in. Is it a live-in nanny? It just says nanny for a local doctor. And the mom was like, okay, bet. Like, it's a respectable job. Like, you'll do good, blah, blah, blah. The house looks great on the outside, but what's going on inside? She ends up finding out that it's a psychiatrist that took in a rock star and his wife, and the psychiatrist is trying to get, I believe it's the rock star, clean. Yeah. And it says Mary Jane introduces her new household to crisply ironed clothes, milk that hasn't spoiled, and a family dinner schedule. In return, she has a front row seat to all the world of sex, drugs, rock music, and group therapy. Caught between the lifestyles she's also known and the future she's also just realized is possible, Mary Jane will arrive at September with a new idea of what she wants out of life and what kind of person she's going to be. So it kind of sounds like, I see what's going on here. I don't want that for my life. That's what it's given. Which I guess it's kind of good, because I feel like I went through that growing up. Had some family members that were drug addicts, and I'm like, don't want that for myself. So anyways, that's what it's given. The cover is beautiful. It's just a girl on the beach living her best life. Who knows if that's what it's about. Anyways, that was fun. Like, there's some books that I definitely want to pick up soon. So maybe next month. I don't know. I have a lot of ideas of what I want to read next month, which is an ambitious list, but we're going to see. I don't know if maybe I want to pull all of those that I have not read off the shelf and do like a TBR cart pull. That sounds fun. I would have to just find a TBR cart. I kind of want to get one. Comment down below if you have a TBR cart and if you like put the reads, like books on there that you want to read soon. If you do like the TBR jars and you pull just from the cart, because it gets kind of overwhelming. I have at least 300 books that I have not read on my shelves. Don't judge. I hear the judgment. I hear the judgment coming through the screen. But yeah, I think I want to get a cart. I did have one, like I mentioned a couple videos back, that I had a little cart that I was using, but it was too small. So I need to get a new one. Anyways, with that all being said, don't forget to comment down below what your summer TBR is looking like. If you are reading a book that you absolutely love. If there's any books that you think I would like. Like I said, I am trying to stay away from all like the explicit scenes and stuff. So if you have any summer book recs, and I know a lot of people are doing the summer ween, which sounds great, but I, for some reason, feel like summer is just all about not the cozy, but the feel good feels, and throwing a cry every now and then, because it's, girl, the way I've been crying with this book. Yeah. I'm talking too much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Talk to you later. Bye.